Hey y'all, happy weekend. It is Sunday, and that means tomorrow we're all back to reality. So before we do that, we're going to talk about a few things here to get you going for your week. Hi, it's Mags, White Buffalo Divine. I'm getting smarter and actually wearing my glasses this time because I'm going to read something that's pretty small writing and I'm getting old, so we're going to need some help. Welcome. I've got a few things that we're going to talk about. We're also going to do a quick 10-minute tarot read at the very ending, so stay tuned for that. It is a general read. It may be for someone in particular. It may be for a few of you, maybe for a whole group. I don't know. We're going to find out. But a couple of things. So today I spend a lot of time with my family. I always get inspiration from my family. As much as we butt heads at times, I love them dearly. We are literally a family of fire and water with a little bit of air mixed in, and I mean full fire. My grandmother, mother, grandfather, nephew, all straight Aries. I'm a Sagittarius and Leo rising. My brother is double Cancer. It's just, you know, it's a really cool mix. But anyways, I encourage you to look into your family's charts. That's actually a really fun thing if you're into that type of thing and you got that type of communication with your family. What a great dinner table topic. But anyways, so in pertinence to a couple of questions I've received on, you know, what are these signs and synchronicities that you talk about? I wanted to just kind of clarify, you know, personally, you can research this for yourself. And again, it really correlates to your journey. That's one of the beautiful things about spirituality. It is very specific and meaningful to you, whatever that means. And a couple of things, you know, I don't know if you can see or not. I've got a whole slew of cards and notes and things that have come in over the years that have a lot of meaning to me. Everything in this room, every single thing in this room has been prayed over and has very specific meaning to me. So I wanted to share a couple of quick stories about signs and synchronicities that I was able to take inspiration from and utilize towards my journey and making decisions based off of my feelings, my intuition, and just things that I was going through at that particular time. First one being today with spending time with my family. I really felt a lot of solar plexus chakra energy. And so what I did before I started this reading, again, prayed, meditated on my energy, but also lit a yellow candle. Yellow represents the solar plexus chakra, which stands for courage, speaking up for yourself, and willpower and self-control. So I feel like there's some type of message involved with those in particular. So I'm not sure what's all going to come through today, but back to synchronicities and signs. So a while back, I had come home from work one day, and it was just a very emotionally draining day, in particular because I had a deal fall through that I really thought was going to go through and I was going to make a lot of money from it. And, you know, I did everything the best I could have, and I wouldn't have been able to do anything differently looking back. In hindsight's 2020. But I'd come home and shed a few tears, feeling like a complete just failure. And that's so normal with life. If you cannot deal with failure, honey, you're in for a long haul, because failure is an absolute necessary and normal thing, okay? So I come home, I pray about it, I cry, and I just keep saying, God, you know, give me a sign or talk to me in some way, shape, or form so that I can move forward from this and just kind of drop it and move forward. And so I was actually taking my trash outside, and my neighbor came out, and he loves my dog, and my dog Achilles, who I don't know if you guys have met yet. I'll show him eventually, but he came outside and we started talking, and he was asking me questions about my dog, and we talked for about 10 minutes, no big deal, and both say our goodbyes, go to turn around, and he turns around and says, hey, Mags, this is going to sound really weird, but I feel like I have something for you. And mind you, I had not told him anything about my deal falling through that day or about just being frustrated. We literally talked about a couple of things going on with his house, my dog, whatever. He pulls out of his wallet this, and I had to almost pick my jaw up off the floor, because I specifically was praying about my finances and just overall guidance toward keeping going and pushing and working hard towards my financial goals. And he pulls this out of his wallet. I don't know if you can see that. It's a $1 million bill, okay? And I'm gonna read the back of it here real quick. It's pretty religious, but again, 444 on the clock right when I say this. Here's the $1 million question. Will you go to heaven, will you die? And here's a quick test. Have you ever lied, stolen, or used God's name in vain? It goes on to read a whole super Old Testament Bible verse, which, you know, I'm not going to get into it, but it feels like real money, number one, but it's not real money. But this bill right here has so much spiritual value to me, and it was literally a sign that I felt was specifically meant for me that day. All right. So what are we talking about? Signs and synchronicities? Here's one for me. Another one on July 7th. Those closest to me know this, and I don't want to get real personal, but my mother has been fighting leukemia since March. And it's been a very long haul for our family, and she has been absolutely amazing and so inspiring, and just I could not be more proud of her through this process. And July 7th, I woke up that day and I was like, man, I want to write my journal. I want to light a few candles. And one of the things that I do specifically with regard to her, that weekend, 4th of July weekend, we had been told she had 24 to 48 hours to live, was going to be taken off of life support. We were literally making funeral plans for my mother. And that morning I woke up so heavy with emotion and just indescribable. So to anyone who's lost a parent, I cannot even tell you, my heart is with you, because that process has just been so beautifully insane. Long story short, I woke up, I'm like, hey, I'm going to do a quick thing and light one of my candles that my mom specifically gave me. And so I go to light this candle, and it's a white candle standing for purity, which really meant a lot for me given the situation. And I go to light the candle, and as I light it, it lights up. And I'm like, you know what? I want to take this candle and actually put it over here on this table in front of me to do a quick card reading, and then I'm going to journal about it, about the messages that I get. As I pick the candle up, the wick falls out the bottom, okay? You can see where the wax fell through, and the wax covered up the hole. The light, when it fell through, literally extinguished, and the wax, right as I pulled it off, I just happened to be holding it over a trash can, and all the wax fell immediately, including the wick, into the trash can. Energetically, the only way I can describe what I felt was life being sucked out of something. 6 hours later, my mother suffered a stroke. I can't explain that. Maybe it's just a candle that was not made correctly. But I know that sign meant something, and this candle will never leave my house ever again, nor this wick. And so when I hashtag be the light, this is the type of stuff I'm talking about here, okay? Very specific and spiritual meaning to me personally, all right? So those are all just kind of signs and synchronicities that I talk about. They're very specific to you and you alone. There are things you can't explain, but you know your intuition is off the charts when they happen, and you know that if you've asked for clarification or confirmation, you know that's what it's talking to. So I'm going to go ahead. We're going to do a reading. I'm not asking for any type of subject line for this reading. All of my cards have been crystallized, saged. I have saged my energy prior to this. My voice is still a little scratchy. Bear with me. So we're going to go ahead and get into this. And again, I have a feeling it's going to be in coordinates to the solar plexus chakra. Why can I not talk today? I don't know. Okay, so for my gorgeous collective, what messages do we have? Who needs to hear some messages today? What messages do we have? Empress already on the table. What did I say about solar plexus? Yellow? Hello. All right. Messages for the collective today. I'm getting two different energies right now. Emperor on the table, Empress. Possible couple. I'm feeling some type of coordinates with a family or a foundation. Knight of Wands coming in. Some type of fast communication. Messages for the collective. Oh, about secrets. Communication about secrets. The moon is a watery card. I'm not reading signs right now, and I'm not taking reverses on this reading. Messages for the collective, please. Yeah, someone's been sneaky. Seven of Swords. Hold on. Messages for the collective. Clarify the Seven of Swords, please. Messages for the collective. Seven of Swords. Oh, I didn't realize I had a card fall out on the floor. Hold up. Hold up, y'all. I'm sorry. I didn't see it fall out. Hold, please. All right. Seven of Pentacles. We got two sevens. Someone's exhausted. I'm feeling an exhausted energy. There's an exhausted, secretive energy on the table, and I've got two other energies here. Yeah. There's been some type of argument over secrets. Two more, please. Over money. Argument over money or some type of material gain. I'll explain here in a second. Messages for the collective, please. Clarify the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, dang. Okay. All right, that's pretty specific. Here's what I'm seeing. We're going to get some clarification here. The first two energies present, again, Emperor and Empress. These are two very powerful energies that know who they are, know their business, and know what they're about, okay? Could be a possible couple or love interest relating. There's been communication very recently about secrets or sneakiness revolving around work that had been put in previously, resulting, we got the Four of Pentacles, which tells me this is in regards to finances. Pentacles very much often talk about finances, and there was definitely a fight about it, quarrelsome. We've got the Five of Swords here. This speaks to either competition or arguments, battles, something to that effect. It made someone feel very much left out in the cold and backstabbed like a mother. Ten of Swords, okay? Oh, I'm getting stuffy. Okay, we're going to get some clarification here. Clarify. Hold on. Sharp, mean communication. I'm getting that. And you know what? No, I'm not going to talk about that yet. I'm not going to. I got a channeling last night that really may correlate with this message, but I got to get approval to even talk about that yet, because I don't like to release stuff unless I've gotten some type of sign that I'm allowed to. So, yeah. Okay. Clarify the Emperor and Empress, please. I want to know about this energy. What kind of energy are these two energy? What? We got the equivalent of Five of Swords again on the table, competition. There has been some type of argument or battle or competition of some type. And that was clarifying the Emperor and Empress. So male, masculine, feminine energy, I'm feeling that heavily. I normally don't like to be specific, but in this reading in particular, I don't know. This is either a couple, family situation of some type. There's been an argument. Clarify the Moon and Five of Swords, please. I'm dropping cards. Hold on. I'm getting really hot all of a sudden. Clarify the Moon and Five of Swords, please. Okay. Stop. Two of Cups. This is definitely a couple. This is a couple of some type that has recently gotten into an argument or two. Okay. And that I asked for clarification on the secrets and sneakiness, and this popped out along with the death and rebirth. There may have been an issue between two lovers about some type of financial situation, financial matter that may have ended a relationship, is causing turmoil in a relationship. I'm feeling that heavy. However, when I get the death and rebirth card, this is talking about a reconciliation of some type. But the main issue on the table is that there is major concern on finances, heavily on this. And the argument caused some type of backstab or betrayal, feeling left out in the cold. Somebody felt backstabbed by the communication that came in. It was passionate, angry communication. I mean, yeah. Someone wants to come in with an apology. Big time. Big time. This person's done a lot of reflecting. I don't know whose energy this is. Could be more of the female energy, but I feel like there's some type of offer on the table that's coming in regards to this argument. Somebody wants to make up. What don't you see coming? Whoever this reading is resonating for, what don't you see coming? Surrender. You're gonna give in to this person. If the person's coming to you with an apology, you're gonna give in to this person, or vice versa. Again, these are energies. I can't pick up specifically on whose energy is related to the gender, but you need to use your intuition on this heavily. I'm really getting that. Yeah. No. The apology or reconciliation is being offered by the feminine energy. Look at all the blue. Look at that. And those are both watery type energies. With this being a couple type reading about a couple or a commitment of some type, this person could be or could have water in their chart: Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Okay? And that was what you don't see coming. You don't see either, I don't think, one person doesn't see the other person coming with an apology. This could have already happened in the past or is coming soon. And it's going to make you surrender. The person who doesn't know the apology or something is coming is going to surrender. That's what you don't see coming. But it's the apology or the person trying to resolve the conflict is the feminine energy on this. And I feel that you're going to use your intuition. The person not expecting the apology or has the apology in front of them is not using their intuition, okay? So we're gonna get some advice from the angels on this. What are the, or no, back up. Sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm sorry. How long ago was this apology, or how far do we have until the apology comes in? Because this, I feel past and future energy. This is a complicated. Stop. 333, common theme. It never ends. I can't. 1933 on the clock as I hold this up. This has happened in the last 3 days. It'll be coming in the next 3 days, or coming in the next 3 weeks, or in the last 3 weeks. It's been in the last 3 weeks, future 3 weeks, 3 days, or moving forward or backwards on a timeline, because time is fluid here. But there's something about 3 days, 3 weeks, past or future, or even 3 hours from now. I mean, literally, the time Time is fluid. I'm just throwing this out there. Okay, so what advice do you have moving forward for the person who's going to be receiving this apology, has received the apology, that's being advised to use their intuition on this? Maybe both parties are using their intuition. What advice do we have moving forward? What advice do we have moving forward? Aww. This is heavy reconciliation. What advice do we have moving forward? Yeah, healing needed. Big time. Y'all need to take a vacation or a trip or a time out together. Big time. Hold on. I want to get one more. What advice do you have moving forward with regard to this read? Regarding this reconciliation. Y'all. Oh, this is sweet. At the end of the day, what? You got to think about positive. Everyone always looks towards the negative. And this is advising you to really look at the positive side of your relationship or your love for this person. And you need to use kindness. Be nice. Don't be mean. Why are you being mean? No one likes mean people. You know? And you're also advised to be doing some type of body movement. And I don't want to... This makes me feel like you need to go work out, or you need to go for a run, go for a workout, do some type of physical exertion that's really going to help get some of that pent up aggression out. So yeah, there's your reading. That's pretty specific to somebody. I don't know. There was a fight between two lovers. Money was a big factor in the decision made, or that really caused a lot of that energy. It sounds like there's a reconciliation on the table. You're being told to use your intuition with regards to this apology that has already come in or is coming in, and you really need to work on some healing together. Something else that I want to point out in this card specifically here, I don't know if you can see, we've got two doves, just kind of tying back in with the Two of Cups that we had on the table. So talked a lot about signs, synchronicities, solar plexus, and this reading. I don't know who this message is for, but if you like, share, subscribe, I will absolutely get back to you with another reading and hopefully get an update on the energies that I felt here today. Thank you so much for checking in. Again, it's Mags with White Buffalo Divine. I cannot wait for the next one. I hope you all had a fantastic weekend. I hope you have an even better week this week. Take care. Peace and love.